Welcome to Jay and Laura TV and our first show in our new studio. We are so excited and we are so grateful to Tom and Jim from Integrity Builders who built this for us, and especially to Bill Gilbert and his crew at Audio Foundry. This is the Audio Foundry Studios in beautiful downtown Alma, Michigan. We are so excited to be here, and
we have a lot to be excited about this week. Actually, here we had some exciting things happen. Our son Tori is moving out. And you want to know why he's moving out? Because he's getting married. He got engaged, he proposed to his girlfriend, and we just love her. We are so excited. We got lots to do. We got to get them doing lots of stuff, but we're ready. It's going to be an exciting summer. Woo! Look for more of that. I'm sure we'll talk about that a lot more.
That's the great news that's coming up. True confessions, real life, we can't make this stuff up. Even marriage experts kind of mess up on Valentine's Day. So last week was Valentine's Day, right? And Laura and I had agreed that we were going to buy something together for the household. And we had talked about what it was going to be, and we weren't going to get each other separate Valentine's gifts. So on Tuesday night, late, Laura says, I don't think we should get that anymore.
I think it was Monday night, but he thinks it was Tuesday night.
Anyway, Wednesday, we're in Toledo all day filming a television show. Get back late Wednesday night, have guests over for dinner. Thursday morning comes, I don't have a Valentine. And there's a reason I don't have a Valentine, because we were going to get a Valentine together.
He's a loser. That's why he didn't have a Valentine, because he's a loser.
And I've had so many people say, well, what about 1-800-Flowers? Well, I didn't think about 1-800-Flowers.
Or how about in beautiful downtown Alma, there are lots of flower shops you could go buy flowers.
So anyway, I have got a plan for the future. There's no question about it. I'm going to go buy some jewelry, hide it in the house for those special occasions where I mess up.
But hey, just like every week, we answer a question from one of our Facebook friends or one of our TV viewers. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer, you can send that to facebook.com/Jay and Laura Laffoon. This week's question is this: we fight all the time. It feels like all we do is argue. Can you help us? And yes, we can, because we had a wise woman. Her name is Joyce Laffoon. She would be Jay's mom. Tell us when we first got married. She said, you know what? You're going to fight about three things. You're going to fight about money.
Yep,
You're going to fight about sex.
Yep, we do.
And you're going to fight about family.
Yep,
you can break it down into all that. And what you have to learn to do, though, is to fight fair. And interestingly enough, I was reading a New York Times article, so this goes right into marriage in the news, and we're going to come back to your question. We are going to answer it. But it was interesting because a study done by Villanova University, Redeemer University, did a study on couples who fought fairly and how it actually contributed to their satisfaction in their marriage. And here's what they had them do. They had couples take their next three arguments and write them down as if they were a third party, as if they were a casual observer, and write down what they argued about and how it affected them, and actually found that of those 2,000 couples that they studied, their marital bliss was much higher.
So how do we fight fair? Here we go, back to your question. We fight all the time. You're two different people. Laura and I have arguments all the time. We get in disagreements all the time because you're two different people from two different backgrounds with two different perspectives, and you're opposite sex. So yes, we're going to have disagreements, but you need to learn to fight fair. And the way you do that is by identifying how you fight when you fight dirty. See, there's 4 ways to fight dirty, and the first is called the withdrawer. And this is a person who it doesn't like the conflict, so they just go away. They hide. They don't want to conflict, so they just run and hide. And yes, that's me. The next one is a yielder. I do run from you. Are you kidding me? A yielder. And the yielder is the person that just says, okay, have it your way. And unfortunately, they can have a lot of pent-up bitterness and anger inside. The third is the attacker. Scream, 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 yell, 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 so that no one can get a word in edgewise.
It works really well.
And then there is the person who's going to win at all costs. And that's a really dangerous person to be, because you don't take into consideration the other person's feelings. So when you fight, learn to fight fair. You're going to disagree. It's going to happen. But learn how to constructively fight and to make those changes and those differences something that can really benefit your marriage. So this has been our first show in our new studio. We are so excited. We're going to have guests. We're going to have all sorts of different segments. But most importantly, we want you to feel like your marriage is growing and really becoming strong because of what we talk about each and every week. Well, from beautiful downtown Alma, this is Jay and Laura TV. And we're here for your life, your marriage, and your family.
And we'll see you next week.